We don't have a video.
We are live.
Oh, you just missed Dwayne Scott Cerny showing us his feet. Oh,
It was exciting.
The only 12 inches you're going to see on this show.
Oh, get that bunion checked out, though. You might want to think about that.
Thank you.
All right, here we are. Amber Live chat number, what is it?
86.
86. That's 86 this. That's 86 this right now. I wonder where that came up. Where that phrase 86 something
from restaurants, but where they got it from, I don't.
That doesn't help.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
Let's
help.
look into that.
You know, someone should write a book about antiquated terms where you can find them. All right, we got people stopping in. Bridget, our first guest, or our first visitor from Illinois. Thank you very much, Bridget.
Hey,
and there's Gavin from Vermont and Big J from Vermont. And I just realized, oops, I didn't have my Amber screw button on.
Thought you're
oh my goodness, neither do I.
Oh my goodness.
We're across the room. I'm gonna have to go get it.
Oh, look who's here. Oops. Hey Kenny, let's see, look who's here. Larry, hello. What's going on there in Florida, Larry? Oh my gosh, you were afraid you were going to get shut down and blown away, and but glad to see you. We've missed you the past couple of weeks, Larry. Let's see. And Kenny gets right in there with the don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell notification button.
Yay, Kenny!
Because you aren't going to want to miss anything coming up soon. We've got some great stuff coming up in the next couple of weeks. Whoa. When are we going to make that big announcement, Russell, about our special guest in 2-3 weeks?
What do you think?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, we might play a little game later on. See if we can
figure it out.
Yeah, we'll give them some guess.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Bridget has shared our promo video already.
Well, thank you very much. It's going to be a very special show. You know, we like to laugh and have fun, but there's a lot of nasty stuff going around in the country, and we're going to talk to people who it's been affected. You know, we have that baker from Illinois who was just having a family-friendly brunch and drag brunch, and boom, they came in and gave her a rough time and are harassing her. Then we've got down in Memphis, they were having this drag show, and they had to cancel it right before it started because the Proud Boys had circled the parking lot. Yeah, with guns. Yeah, you're allowed to do that in Tennessee. And then we also have the president of the Drag Queen Story out of New York City. They're going to talk about the troubles they've had. And then bring in Emoji Nightmare right here from Vermont, who's had some issues doing her Drag Queen Story Hour. So things are good. Okay.
Well, it's a little crazy out there.
But it's a very special Amber Live.
So Larry says that the hurricane is mostly missing him. He dodged the bullet.
Oh, good.
And
let's be happy. Let's be happy other people are suffering.
Yeah. Well, you know, sometimes you got to take the low-hanging fruit when a hurricane was headed your way. So Kenny wants to know what happened to my face. And then he goes on to say he got assaulted with a knife at Oakledge on Monday at 9:33 a.m.
It wasn't me. I know. I have alibis.
Kenny, that is a much more interesting story than what happened to my face.
Yes,
but,
Kenny. That must have been scary.
I hope you got out unscathed and are doing okay.
Yes,
and did you call the police or what happened?
That could be a touchy subject here in Burlington, not calling the police. That's
yeah. So my face over here. I was out walking today and I rounded a corner and there was a little ramp going up to the side of a building, like a little concrete incline. And so when I rounded the corner, I was at the 90-degree angle to it and my foot hit the side and I went down over the ramp. So boom. I did not land on my face first. My hands hit first, although
that's wrong. That's wrong.
They're in really good shape. And then my face went down and like scraped. And so basically I have a big scrape down the side of my face. And I've got this lovely shiner that I tried to hide with a little bit of makeup because I know drag queens.
Now, did anybody get this on video?
Nobody got it on video. In fact, nobody even came over to help me because there was no one out. There was no one out on the street where I was. I picked myself up. I walked across the street to a pizza place and walked in, and the guy behind the counter is like, "Oh my God, what happened?" And I'm like, "I didn't fall here. Don't worry. It was across the street."
Oh, I still want a slice.
I'm like, "Do you have some ice and you can put in a bag for me and a couple of napkins?" And so he wrapped up a bunch of ice in a paper towel. I put it on my face, and of course it happened like at the far end of my walk. So I had like a 25-minute walk home holding this like dripping ice on my face. So hopefully it will clear up in the next few days and go away.
Well, Kenny did call the police twice. Yeah. Well, oh, that's a shame, Kenny. That's scary. That's scary.
That is.
Leah wants to know what happened. Well, we just told that story, Leah. Promptness does have its advantages, so
the short version, Leah, is fell down, went boom.
I think you should just start saying you were on a Phantom of the Opera audition call.
Oh, there you go. Well, what I've been saying to people who know the joke, unfortunately, not everyone does. If you've read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, they talk about how you learn to fly. And you learn to fly by throwing yourself at the ground and missing. So, and Jack, I was talking with earlier, and I know he's read the series. So I said, guess what I did today? Threw myself at the ground and forgot to miss. So, boom.
Okay. Kenny says the person's going to court tomorrow.
Good.
Yes.
Do you have to go in, Kenny, or just them?
Yeah. Oh, that's too bad.
Big J has Lady J with him.
Oh, what do they do? They're doing some canoodling, I bet.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So earlier we were talking about being the term to 86 something.
Yes.
And I did a little bit of research. Now, it is not fully known. The expression first appeared in the first half of the 1900s. And in the 1930s, many restaurants were using 86 as shorthand code for "we're out of this item." In 1933, it was first published in a column as a term, and there are two schools of thought, and or actually, I guess there's three schools of thought. One is that it just happens to rhyme with Nix, so they changed it to 86. I don't know if that's true or not. The one that I like has to do with a New York bar called Chumley's. Do you know Chumley's, Dwayne?
Oh, yeah.
Which is a speakeasy, and Chumley's is at 86 Bedford Street. And according to legend, when they threw people out on the street and they looked up at the bar behind them, they would see the big 86 over the entrance to Chumley's, and that's where it came from.
Story.
I like that one better.
Yeah.
I was 86.
There are some other stories that attempt to link it to the military with an Article 86 and a Code 86, but nobody's ever really proven that. So I vote for the Chumley story.
Yes, Chumley. Mm-hmm. Wasn't Chumley the professor on Tennessee Tuxedo?
Yes.
Was it Chumley, or there was a character Chumley?
There was a character Chumley. I don't remember which one, but there was a Chumley.
Yes.
Gary Buck is here.
Oh, the Buck Bunch.
Big J says they're cuddling right now.
Oh.
And Larry just spilled a story that I wasn't going to repeat, but he says walking across NYC with ice on your face isn't as bad as the time I walked hungover with vomit all over my shirt. And Russell saw that. So yes, Larry was late. We were all packed and headed for the train to head back to Vermont one morning. And Larry was missing. And this was like, I don't think Larry had a cell phone at that point, so we couldn't call him. And he shows up as we're leaving the place where we were staying with a white shirt with vomit all over the front. And he had been out all night partying. So
my question is, whose vomit? Does he know that?
Well, I don't think he knew that. So. Then Bridget had the big question.
Oh, the big question. Okay. what did I have? Let's see. I had there's still good corn on the cob. They're available at City Market, so I had 2 ears of that, and then I just had a hamburger and curly fries.
Wow.
That tasted good though.
I bet it did.
I rarely cook or eat beef, but that tasted pretty good tonight.
Now, which part of it did you air fry?
Oh, the frozen fries.
Okay, just the fries.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, because Larry then says he had air fried chicken breast with broccoli and cauliflower, and he sent me a picture of it. So that is what he had. He's not lying.
Yes.
Very healthy. Dwayne, what did you have for dinner?
I had leftovers. So I'm frugal. Like half of a piece of steak in the microwave and some cat food.
And some cat food. That's a little too frugal.
They were neat.
And I also had leftovers. I had some pierogies and some cabbage and onions with kielbasa in it.
Ooh, I like a good kielbasa, I tell you. I like to fry it and burn it a little, get it charred.
That's exactly what this was. And then I added it into some fried up cabbage and onions. Jack and I had it a few nights ago. This is like my fourth or fifth meal out of the big batch that I made. So
I think it's coming up right now.
I think it's number 5. Okay. Big J's parents and fiance had tacos for dinner. He didn't say he had tacos. I wonder what Big J had to eat.
Look 2 comments down.
He had bagel bites. What's wrong with tacos, Big J? Why don't you like tacos? I mean, it's just hamburger. It's or chicken. I don't know. Oh, Lala had fettuccine Alfredo for dinner. That's very nice.
Larry's headed back to watching storm coverage. So good night, Larry, and stay safe.
Can't get enough of that DeSantis, can you? Got to watch him all the time, Larry. That's sick, Larry. Your infatuation with him isn't right. The sausage party. Yes, thank you, Trampy.
And Kenny hasn't eaten yet because he's been busy with the fire department.
Well, make sure you eat something. Yeah.
Oh, here's a suggestion.
Big J, you could put pepperoni and cheese in a taco. Thank you, Two Toads.
Yeah. There was that whole thing, I forget how many years ago, and I think it started on some Nickelodeon show with the spaghetti tacos. Do you remember that?
No.
Oh, kids everywhere were eating spaghetti stuck in taco shells. They were spaghetti, and it was all started on some like Nickelodeon or Disney kids show, I think kind of as a joke, and then kids turned out to love it. So
then they sprinkled Tide Pods on top. That we had vegetable lasagna. What vegetables were in your lasagna?
That's a good question.
What vegetables? You're welcome, Amber. Yeah, Trampy. I know you're watching. Leah had to answer her door covered in blood. The door was covered in blood. Okay. Not fun trying to explain that to my IT guy. I bet not. If your door was covered in blood.
I think she meant she was covered in blood.
Oh, is that better?
When she answered the door. I don't know that it's better. Hopefully she wasn't holding a big knife at the time, too.
Come in, fix my computer.
He's like, I'll do it out here on the porch. Can you bring it up? Uh-oh.
Yeah.
He's tried them.
Oh, good. All right, but nothing like the bagel bites. Oh my goodness.
What are we gonna do with you, Big J?
Let's see. What did I've watched a new show that started a new show called Reboot. It's on Hulu, I think. Yeah, it's Hulu, and it's about a 90s sitcom that they're rebooting for today. and all the actors are back and their conflicts and all that stuff. It's very funny. Oh shoot! Johnny Knoxville is in it, and he's great. He is great. He was in a John Waters movie.
Yeah, he was in. What was that movie? It was one of the later ones.
Yeah. A great soundtrack. A great soundtrack to that. Rotten. No, he's Johnny. What is it? Blonde actress was in it.
Dirty Shame.
Dirty Shame. But check out the music in that. That was just fun, and he was good in that. But he's really good in this with Keegan Michael Key is also in it. Paul Reisner is in it, and you don't recognize him.
Oh yeah, he looks different these days.
It took me a while to go. Who is that?
Yeah,
but he has a great character. It's cute. I'm enjoying watching it. And the if you watched Reno 911, the real ditzy cop, she plays this nymphomaniac. She's pretty funny. I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it.
I'll have to check it out. So Kenny's just like trying to top me. First he gets attacked by a guy with a knife. Now he's hurt his arm at work. Oh, but wait, there's more. He twisted his ankle in a ditch at work at Oakledge.
Kenny. I hope you have a good health care plan there, buddy.
I should hope so. My goodness.
Yeah. How many times has he been hurt recently?
A lot.
A lot.
So Gary Bucks had broccoli, spinach, and carrots in their vegetables.
Carrots.
And
I
then
wouldn't have thought of that.
Our good friend Sheila La would like to know what happened to my forehead. We started the evening with this story, so you can go back later and hear the whole story. But basically, the short version that I'm giving people now is fell down, went boom. It was a stupid accident. I have a scrape down the side of my forehead and a black eye. So now we have a story that Amber can read.
I had a nasty nosebleed at the hair salon that day, and it got all over my clothes. I got home, and literally 2 minutes later, before I have time to change, my IT guy comes knocking. Okay, is that the same IT guy?
I think she's explaining what happened on that day.
This is part one. Okay.
That's the further explanation of what happened.
Okay.
So the blood was all over her clothes.
Oh, okay. All right.
Leah gets lucky.
The guy's into blood.
And then Big J says, Lady J will be right back. And then he followed it up with, and I've been invited to 3 Needs on October 15th. I don't know what that means. Do you know, Amber? I know what 3 Needs is, but is there an event there?
Yes. That is the quasi-annual leaf peeping cider sip and review. Yes, we're reviving it. Yes, after a couple of year hiatus due to various things. And so, so we're doing that. So
Amber goes live.
Yeah, I made a Facebook event and put Big J on the guest, or not the guest list, but I'm sure he knew about it.
Very nice.
Yes, yeah. So it's going to be good. Cousin Crystal's going to be there. Lucy Bell's going to do a live bitching in the kitchen. Yes, yes. And then we have the decoys. Well, Bones and Mike will be playing, and Cousin Craig, of course. I'll have songs and jokes and stories, and it's going to be a fun show. Fire department. Well, grab something to eat before you go, Kenny.
And don't have any more accidents today. You've had enough.
Right. Be careful, kid.
My goodness. It's not easy out there.
No. See, another show I've been watching is The Patient. It's Steve Carell's show where he's a psychiatrist and he gets kidnapped by one of his patients. I'm not telling you anything. That happens in the first 5 minutes of the show.
It's ruined.
But then it's I don't know. I'd rather just binge it and get it over with as opposed to wait and go, okay, now what happened last week? But the Big Brother
is hard.
Big Brother is over, so Taylor won. I didn't want Taylor to win. They had a chance to get rid of Taylor in week 2, and I told them they should have, but they didn't. And then she ends up winning the $175,000 or whatever. So shouldn't have done it. The Good Doctor. No, I do not watch The Good Doctor. Which one's that? Which one's The Good Doctor?
It's the one about a doctor who's good.
Okay, I don't know which. It sounds familiar. Yeah.
Is it good, Sheila? Should Amber be watching it?
Doctor, who is that? Also, The Amazing Race started last Wednesday, and that's a fun show to watch. The different dynamics of the couples. There's no gay couple though. There's one, possibly 2 gay guys, but they're not together. So,
maybe by the end.
Oh, or in the end. Oh.
So, Dwayne, have you watched anything with all your free time?
Yeah, all my free time. You know, I the other night I watched part 1 of a documentary on Rupert Murdoch, which was fascinating.
Yeah.
And I think it's CNN.
Yeah.
And it's that was 2 hours, and then there'll be another 2 hours this Sunday. It was interesting, the parallels, not that they were drawing them, I was drawing them, sketching them, between him and Mr. Trump. Just someone who's born into great wealth, but wasn't an idiot, but equally dangerous, and really a kind of just a fascinating story. I mean, a boy, born with a, silver foot in his mouth, and then becomes a global, influencer. Fascinating. Of course, newspapers. And the other thing I thought was interesting about it is they never once mentioned William Randolph Hearst. Like, how could you do a story about Rupert Murdoch, right?
Yeah.
This global media empire, and Rupert Murdoch, Hearst wasn't global, but certainly a media mogul.
Yes,
and an early one. But it's funny how we just forget history.
All right. Let's see. The Buck Bunch watched Reno 911. Of course you did. Of course you did. Oh, Leah has been watching Great Canadian Baking Show on Netflix, hosted by Dan Levy of show. Again, I've started watching Schitt's Creek. It's nice right before I go to bed. Watch a half 20-minute episode. It's
a great show. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
I love the 2 boyfriends. Both her boyfriend and his boyfriend. I like them. They're very good actors and fun to watch. Yes. Speaking of Schitt's Creek, big Chrissy B's here, all the way from Columbus, Ohio. Hello. Okay, what have we got here? What's your family feud? Oh, I don't have one tonight. Today was a hectic day, and I didn't get a chance to discover one. Sorry about that.
Big J may have one for us later.
Oh, okay. Ooh, that'd be fun. Ask a question. Dwayne, do you have a question that we could poll our audience?
In a family feud kind of way?
Just any question.
I have a lot of podiatry questions, but
stop pussyfooting around. Give us a question.
Oh, let's see. What would be good? Okay. Let's name the top. We'll just say 3 because to make it easier. The top 3 assassins in history. Let's lighten this up.
Well,
go ahead. Anyone?
Top 3 assassins. Well, now I would argue that the top assassin, nobody knows who they are.
Ooh. Yes.
Very good. Perhaps you were pushed today.
Perhaps.
Well, and what do you mean? Their style, how they're who they killed changed the world.
They were tops, Amber.
They were tops. Well, that's your hand.
Your hand. Okay, there we go.
And John Wilkes Booth was an actor, so he wasn't topped. He wasn't.
No. They always have 3 names.
Yeah. Oh. Well, there was a question on Jeopardy last night about the assassination of King. Was it Ferdinand that started World War
One? Yep.
Yeah.
Who did it?
I don't know. It wasn't me.
Joanne wants us to say hi. Hi, Joanne.
Hi, Joanne.
So, Dwayne, do we have 3 answers?
Oh, they have. Oh, did you know? He gave us a clue. He said they always have 3 names.
Well, I mean, John Wilkes Booth, Lee Harvey Oswald.
Well, we hadn't said Lee Harvey Oswald.
Who's the other third name?
Gacy.
John Wayne Gacy.
Who lived? Where did he live?
Was he really an assassin? He was more like a killer.
Yeah. And probably a serial killer question would have been more interesting.
Yeah. Leah says Jack the Ripper, which is in the same serial killer vein.
Yeah.
And that's
no Sondheim fans out here, apparently.
No what?
Sondheim fans. You ever seen that show?
I have seen it in Edinburgh, Scotland, done by a high school. I saw Assassin.
That's a good show.
But that would have been in the 90s, and I don't remember the names of them.
I don't remember the 90s.
It is a fun, and that's where the song One Night in Bangkok comes from, which became a huge club hit.
Well, that was Chess.
Oh, you're right. That is Chess. Yes.
Let's see.
Kinky, From, what was her name? Pinky From? Kinky.
Squeaky.
Well, she was attempted.
Yeah, attempted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Better luck next time.
Oh, Squeaky.
But she doesn't have 3 names.
No.
So does that make you an assassin, Dwayne Scott Searing?
I think it's confession here, or projection.
I can just kill a good evening. I'll say.
Lizzie Borden only has 2 names.
Yes.
Yeah, I meant presidential, but yeah, I should.
Presidential.
Yeah, come on. Why weren't you prepared?
I'm sorry.
Penny's back. False alarm.
False alarm. At ease. So this Friday, the movie Bros comes out.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably see it Saturday. I hope to see it Saturday. A couple of us are going to go see a play on Friday night, the Pittman Painters, which looking forward to that.
I saw one of the promo ads for that and looked at it and went, there's a Vermont Stage Company show with all those men and no Jordan Gullickson.
No, he's in it.
Well, and then I saw the next picture and he wasn't in the promo ad.
No.
But he was in the next picture. I'm like, oh, there he is.
Pardon me?
What is the play?
It's called the Pittman Painters. It's a true story. It's about this mining town in northern England in the 1930s. And at the time, most of the young men quit school at like 6th grade to go work in the mines. Well, when the union came along, they would bring in guest speakers to talk to the miners as a form of entertainment, more or less, because they had nothing else. And one of the speakers was about art appreciation. Well, the miners could not hold any concept of what art appreciation was. They wanted the lecturer to tell them what they were seeing and how they should feel and all of that. And he couldn't explain to them, no, it's whatever you see or whatever you feel. So he encouraged them to paint on their own. And they did. And they started seeing different things in different people's paintings. And so they started reviewing. And I saw a sneak preview, and there's this one little bit where one of the miners says, well, that's all wrong. And the artist says, well, what's wrong with it? He goes, well, you have a shadow over here, but the light should be coming from over here, not where it is. And it was just amazing how they knew nothing about art, and yet they started creating appreciation and a vision. A lot about inspiring themselves. And then someone from London came and started showing their work all over the world. They were written up in Life magazine, and they never left the mine.
Wow.
Wow.
It's a fascinating story. It's very funny, too. It's a very funny play.
It's like the original Outside Artists,
Mm-hmm.
except they were inside.
Deep inside. Uh-oh, the Wiggles.
Leah's going to see the Wiggles on Friday night. She's excited now. Amber, can you give us a spoiler and show her your Wiggle?
No, I want to know the last time Dwayne Scott Tierney saw the Wiggles.
The Wiggles. I have not seen the Wiggles.
Have you ever seen them on TV?
Yeah.
I don't think I have.
Yeah.
I either on TV or on a YouTube.
Yeah,
At
I would
some
draw a
point.
crooked line there at the Wiggles. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and Gary Buck's all excited because Hocus Pocus starts on September 30th.
Yes, Hocus Pocus 2, right?
Yes,
Hope it's so bad it's good, like the last one.
Yes. So Dwayne Scott Tierney, there is an article on Slate from 2011 titled "Why Do So Many Assassins Have Three Names?" And they point out that killers or serial killers are also often known by three names. In fact, and guess of the top 20 serial killers in the United States ranked by body count, how many are known by three names?
18 of them.
Amber?
12.
Amber's closer, 9.
You know why I think that might be? Because let's say if someone, a serial killer named Dwayne Cerny killed a bunch of people, well, they'd say, well, no, which Dwayne Cerny was that? And so they put the middle name in there to distinguish from the boring Dwayne Scott Cerny.
I think that could be a good part of it.
I think it's also the media wants as much information as they can about someone. So if they had 4 names, there'd be 4 names there, but most people don't know.
And here it says, it's often assumed that the 3 names are used to identify an infamous serial killer as to avoid cases of mistaken identity, so other guys named Lee Oswald wouldn't have their reputations besmirched. Yeah. But some of the most famous 3-named assassins identified themselves as such before they committed their crimes.
Ooh. So they were trying to bring attention to themselves by something.
Maybe.
Yeah, like F. Scott Fitzgerald.
Yeah, John Wilkes Booth used his middle name in professional settings. Oswald appeared on a local Louisiana television program and he was introduced as Lee Harvey Oswald.
He was on The Dating Game.
That's with Larry Blum, our guest from a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, poor Larry. That would be horrible. I hope he wasn't on The Dating Game with him. Big J loves the Wiggles.
Yay.
His fiance watches it all the time. I think he just wanted to say my fiance.
Yes. So, did anybody see last Sunday's show, Amber Live? Do you have anything to say about it? Anything that you liked, or we would have asked? Anything to contribute? Anything? Bueller?
Anyone?
Russell, are you watching anything new?
Not really that I can think of. I did recently check out The Wizards of Waverly Place, just an episode or 2, but that's to check out a potential guest who is now all grown up as from a child star to a 30-something-year-old adult. And he was on The Wizard of Waverly Place with Selena Gomez for 4 or 5 seasons or whatever it was. And now he has an OnlyFans.
Ooh.
Times have changed. So I thought it might be fun to hear his story about, what happens to child stars and how hard it is to.
I think I know what happens to them.
Yeah.
That's Disney plus.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, Leah says she's not a big fan of Hocus Pocus, but she's planning a Halloween get-together with friends where she's going to make a tortilla and watch the concert version of Sweeney Todd.
Ooh,
Now
that's good. That's good eating.
Yes, I've made a tortilla with Rial's
Family recipe, yeah.
Family recipe. Well, it was his recipe.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, that's some pretty heavy food.
Yeah.
You only need a little bit of it. And I hope by the concert version of Sweeney Todd, you're talking about Angela Lansbury's version, because that's the best one out there.
They have a new one coming, reviving with James Groban, I believe.
Really? A
Yes.
movie or
Back to Broadway.
Back to Broadway?
Yes.
I'm not familiar with the phrase tortilla. I tortilla putty cast.
It is a Canadian meat pie.
Yeah.
And it's basically a really dense and heavy, but I forget what all's in it.
Meat.
Cat.
Lots of meat.
It's a double crusted meat pie with
You're a double crusted meat pie.
Pork, ground beef, onion, garlic, salt, thyme, sage, black pepper, ground cloves. So it's basically pork and beef and spices.
Savory, very savory.
Very savory and very dense. And like a slice of it. And when I talked to Rial about it, he's like, "Oh, you got to put like a salad on this, just some greens on the side to lighten up the meal because it's so heavy."
Interesting.
But I think it's typically a New Year's thing. But Leah, if you're making it for Halloween, that sounds good.
Yes.
So Rocco may join us. I'm trying to get him to come in here.
Oh, Rocco. Okay, let's see. We talked about shows. We talked about food. Hurricane. We talked about Larry and the hurricane.
What did you do today, Amber? Because you said you were busy.
I gotta work. I gotta work.
Got work done. You got a lot of work done.
Talking to someone today, they go, "Oh, what you do?" I go, "Working." I go, "Really? You work?" I go, "Yeah."
No, the money just comes in.
Oh no, I was talking to Michael Wilson from Winter Rendezvous, making our plans for the January hoo-ha event in Stowe. So that was nice. Miss Richfield's going to be there. Jackie Beat's going to be there. It's going to be great.
That'll be fun.
That'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
You see if you can talk Jackie into being on the show finally, for gosh sake.
I'll talk to Michael before that. Let's see. Yeah, we'll get Miss Richfield, though. We'll get her talking.
Well, she's been on already. You can't stop her from talking. Love her dearly, but
yeah.
But once you get her going, there's no stopping her.
That's fine.
It's like a bullet train.
That is fine. All right, so let's see who we got. Vermont covered with Big J and Newfoundland with Leah, Gary Buck from Ohio, Kenny from Vermont. Let's see, Joanne from Vermont, Gary from Ohio. Let's see, Chris from Ohio, Gary Buck from Ohio, Shilala from Canada.
That was Oklahoma there for a minute.
I know. And let's see, we also had Two Toads stopped in for a second. I don't know if Two Toads is still here. I haven't seen him for a while. I love Angela Lansbury, but the film stage version with her and George Hearn scared the out of me. I mean, the concert version with George Hearn, Patti LuPone, and Neil Patrick Harris.
The one that has no blood or scary theatrical illusions. Now, I saw Patti LuPone do the semi-concert version of it when they did it on Broadway a number of years ago. I saw the first time I saw it on stage, the Metropolitan Opera brought it back out with the original sets.
Ooh.
And they did their version of it, and that was fun. And then I saw Patti LuPone do it, and they did it with almost. Did you see it, Dwayne? There were almost no sets, and the actors all played their own instruments. It was a very pared down version of it. It was interesting to see. And they would, when they would they had a chair, but it wasn't up, and they didn't really drop. They would just slide people off onto the floor, I think. And when they would slice their necks, instead of blood spurting everywhere, they'd have two guys come out. One would pour blood from a bucket into the other bucket, and it was very much a stylized version of it. So it was fascinating. And it was fun to see Patti LuPone stomping around the stage with I forget what she was playing. Like, it was like a tuba or something. And speaking of tubas,
Tuba
toothpaste. Why does
Florida
he have Florida on his face?
I hadn't thought about that. Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm doing. I'm
or you know what they say?
feeling strong for Florida.
Watch out, you might get blown.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, well, it looks like the storm is not going to affect us any here on the East Coast, which is nice because sometimes they do. You know, they stick close to the shore, and then we get some after effects. Irene was pretty nasty for Vermont back in the day.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, but nope,
it's
this one's going to go out. Yep.
Oh, is it going out to sea? Is that the plan?
Yeah, around Maryland, it looks like. So
Okay.
that's
Yeah,
fine.
the island's going to get some, backlash, so to speak. But we always do.
Backwash.
Backwash.
Yes.
It gets a little crazy.
Is that your Make Rocco Great Again hat?
Far from it.
And I see you also brought us Marvin the Martian tonight.
Yes.
Yes, I'll destroy you.
So, Dwayne, what's your background? What's behind you? I mean, I don't want to know your life story.
If you want his life story, you can read it.
Yeah, that's right.
Which I did get. I did get. Thank you very much.
Okay, you got both of them.
And
Yeah.
everyone else should get them.
Both of them. Oh,
Yes.
and there's a little head for you, Rocco.
Right on.
Right there. Watch those teeth. This is a textile. This is fabric.
Yes, but what's the print? What is that?
It's a 50s. It's a biomorphic.
Biomorphic.
Biomorphic. Yeah.
That word. I don't know.
Atomic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, how's she getting on, Rocco?
How you doing, Leah? My
Oh,
favorite.
Newfoundlander.
She's a newfie.
The Newfie. And speaking of new, we have a new report from Big J.
Okay.
Hey guys, it's me, Big J. Tonight's Amber Chats, I'll be talking about Fright Fest and my Family Feud question of the day. So stay tuned tonight, and I'll see you there. Bye, guys.
All right, that's Big J. And you know what? Now, Big J, you post that on your Facebook, don't you?
Oh yeah, I forgot to do that, but
Big J.
It's in your contract, but you're not going to get paid this week. Sorry, not going to get paid. You didn't do it. Nope. All right, so tell us about Fright Fest. What's that about?
okay. So Fright Fest comes in different Six Flags parks, and it's basically thrills by day and frights by night. Basically, you get to ride the rides during the day, and then when it comes to frights by night, that's when all the ghouls, the goblins, and monsters come out, do an awakening show, and then there are scare zones throughout the park. There's 3 haunted houses and all that stuff there.
And where is this? Where the one you're going to?
I'm going to Six Flags Great Escape.
That sounds like fun. Have you been there before?
Oh yeah, many times with my class. I've been with my father once, and been with a friend of mine. Now my parents are bringing me and Lady J there for the first time.
Oh, that sounds exciting. Now, will you dress up in a costume?
I'll be wearing my Fright Fest skeleton jacket that I got from way past Fright Fest, but it's pretty cool. It's all orange with bones in it. It's really good.
Make sure you take some pictures. All right, Fright Fest. And what was the other thing you were going to talk about?
Let's see, the Family Feud question, right?
Yes.
Family Feud question, Big J.
Okay, so seven answers to know. What is my 7 favorite Halloween candy?
Ooh, that's a good one. Candy corn.
Nope.
What? Not even in the top 7?
M&M's.
Yes.
Kit Kat.
Well, what a time. What was the
Go ahead, Rocco. Thank you, Bridget.
Snickers? That's not it. But good guess.
I'd say Reese's Cup.
Yes, you got
I
it.
had that the other day.
What number is that?
Bridget's guessing Butterfinger.
Oh.
Buttercups is,
Reese's Cup was one of them.
Yep, Reese's Cups. Hershey bars, yes, Gary got it. For number 1, Hershey bars.
Ooh, okay. Now, do you like Almond Joy or Mounds? You know, sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
Yeah, I mean, I never tried them, but I just like plain chocolate and stuff like that. So keep the guesses coming. There are 7 to go.
7? I thought you said it was a total of 7. We got 3.
3 so far.
So that
no
should be
Kit Kat?
4 to go, right? M&M's.
M&M's, Hershey for number 1, M&M's for number 2,
Reese's.
Reese's for number 3.
Okay.
Maybe Ruth. The guess. Sour Skittles or regular Skittles.
Skittles.
Sour Patch.
Skittles.
My fiance got it. Sour Patch Kids.
Sour-
Sour Patch.
Oh, yeah, Sour Patch
Right,
Kids.
so
I
there,
gotta
should
have
be
those.
there should be 2 left.
Oh, wait a minute. How many were we at?
Boiled eggs.
What?
What?
Boiled eggs.
That's a good one,
That's
but
a good one, but
it's close.
That's the razor blades.
Paydays.
Oh.
$100,000 bar.
Kit Kat.
Kit Kats,
Kit Kat's
yes.
another one.
I said that 4 times.
Oh. Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces.
That was number.
Now we had M&M's. We didn't have Reese's Pieces.
number 3 was Reese's
That was-
Pieces.
All right, so that's 7 of them then.
Okay, I guess we got them all.
Well, thank you,
we
Big J. That was
guess
fun.
Jelly Bellies.
Oh, I'm hungry.
Oh, and Bridget says, "Oh, poor Rocco."
Nobody pays attention, Bridget.
And then, you know, if Leo was talking about their favorite Halloween treats in Newfoundland, cod tongues would be number 1, I think.
And after that would be a number of purity products.
As long as they ended with Screech Rum, I'm good.
Screech.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think if the cod tongue is involved, you probably want to start it with Screech Rum.
I hope so.
Now,
Yeah.
Amber, I hope you didn't place a bet tonight because
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Poppy did not go to darts because his toe is bothering them. And other than that, he's doing well and he's seeing a nurse tomorrow.
oh,
I Poppy likes seeing those nurses come around. I just bet you.
well,
It's, uh,
it's healthy.
Bridget
Yeah.
says, rum, yes.
Yeah, we looked for Screech when we were in New Hampshire and in Massachusetts, but we couldn't find any Screech.
Mm.
Oh, purity barrels and peppermint knobs.
Purity barrels and peppermint knobs.
Amber's got a new song.
The other candy that I did not mention were Twizzlers.
Twizzlers. Yes.
Every once in a great while, I like Twizzlers, but I'm never, when I have them, I'm always kind of like, that's enough for a while.
Then you use them as straws.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I remember doing that.
Hershey bar for number 1. We got Kit Kat for number 2. We got
Reese's
M&M's
Cups
for
for number 3.
Yep, and let's see, what were the others?
Skittles
Skittles. Yep,
was number 4.
number 4. Yep.
There's only
Write these down sometimes. You know, when you write your book, you want to have this available. So write these things down.
All right. So the big good news, Gary Buck says his skin cancer is gone. Yay! We are very glad to hear that, Gary.
Nasty.
If I had any, I scraped it off today. Bridget wants to know, what is everyone's favorite candy?
Wow.
we're just talking about that.
Well, but we know what Big J's favorites are, but what does everybody else like?
Lady Day, do you want to talk about your favorite candy?
Just your top one.
I'd say Dino Reese's. The
Reese's.
cup things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rocco.
I like either, all right, you got Milky Way dark chocolate, but I also like the dark chocolate with the sea salt and caramel.
Very good. I like dark chocolate as well.
Good stuff.
It's not a specific candy, but if I'm, like if I'm at a drugstore somewhere or at the movies and I have to pick a candy out of the more mainstream stuff, it's probably M&Ms. Peanut M&Ms though.
Oh,
I like the peanut ones.
Favorite.
That's
Peanut butter M&Ms or the peanut M&Ms or the
Just
mint
peanut.
M&Ms or the horseradish M&Ms. You know,
Horse-
there's all kinds of M&Ms now.
man, you know some of the M&M flavors that I never tried. Wow.
Yeah.
Dwayne Scott Searney.
naked Godiva chocolate.
Very good.
I would.
Ghirardelli makes good chocolate as well.
Sour.
Amber, what's the favorite candy? What's the favorite thing to put in your mouth, Amber?
Keep it clean.
If I'm grabbing a candy bar off the shelf, it's a Kit Kat. You know,
Kit Kats
yeah.
are good.
Done.
yeah. I mean, I don't mind fancier candies, but
Like
if I'm at CVS and something, I'll grab a Kit Kat.
candy up. All that.
Sheila likes candy apples.
Caramel apple.
Candy apples,
You go
Caramel
right.
Gary
apple.
Buck says York peppermint patties. Get the sensation, Gary. Get the sensation.
Love both too.
This is product placement for a Kit Kat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Shilala, are they candy apples or caramel apples? Or caramel apples? Which one?
My fiance likes caramel.
I'll go all the above.
Oh wow.
Leah
Jelly
likes
Belly.
Jelly
The
Bellies.
best
Jelly
flavors.
Belly.
I like sherbet, top banana, berry smoothie, and cream soda. I always like cream soda flavor. Yeah.
See,
Now, Leah, do you like those? Well, they started out as Harry Potter, every flavor beans, bamboozled beans.
Oh, that's huge in our house now. Are you kidding me?
Is it big at your house?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, Dylan loves the horrible flavors, doesn't he?
Yeah, he makes me eat them. The bar, the
believe me, I would not do it. I don't think I'll eat that kind of baboozle one because I think I'll have a bad reaction to that. But I like the regular Jelly Bellies.
So
Very good.
Sheila likes caramel apples.
Okay, because candy is the like cinnamon flavored, isn't it? Is that a candied
the
apple?
candy apple is the red one. And
Yeah.
I don't know that it's cinnamon, is it? I think it's just sort of sweet.
I think I've had cinnamon. I don't know.
I mean, it's possible it would work with an apple.
All right, Big J and Lady J, thank you very much for stopping by tonight.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next week. Bye-bye. All right.
And so, Rocco, do you like caramel apples or candy apples?
I think they're both pretty awesome, but I think I'd pick the caramel first. Although I don't know. Candy apples are good.
I saw someone who had, I thought, a very good idea. Slice the apple and then do the caramel, as opposed to have that caramel and try to bite into a complete apple.
That is
covered.
smart.
And I thought that was pretty smart. And nuts or no nuts?
Not so no nuts.
Sometimes they put nuts on the outside of the candied apples. I've also seen
I
those,
don't like that.
those like giant candied apples with like M&Ms and Hershey bars and everything stuck on them, and I'm like,
Too much.
It is too much. You have to like take it home and just like cut a little slice off or share it with a bunch of people, or
No, you don't share.
you don't share.
That's not nice.
Leah says she's done the Bean Boozled game. The beans are nasty and scarily accurate. I feel bad for whoever quality assurance tested them. Yeah,
They are
and
really awful.
who said yes? This tastes like a booger.
Seriously. Liver and onions. Oy vey.
Well, that at least is in the realm of things you can put in your mouth.
Dishwasher liquid. What else? Dog poop. Dog food.
Cut grass.
Cut grass.
Sardines. There's some nasty vomit.
Yeah, vomit.
Dirt.
Dirt's not so bad in comparison.
Yeah.
So Russell
it's
Dante.
unfortunate getting a new edition of those.
So Russell Dantes Alexander's been watching tonight.
Oh wow.
Yeah, our guest from last week.
Very nice. Did you get a message? Or
Say what?
did you get a message, or where did you see him?
I just see him up there. He ha-ha'd.
Oh, there. Yeah, he did.
Ha-ha'd.
Hey, Dantes.
Yes.
If anyone out there watching has not watched the episode with Kate Rice and Dantes Alexander from last week, I highly recommend it. It was a great episode with two fantastic guests.
I love the interaction they had at the end. Talking
Yeah.
to each other. Oh, that was pretty good.
And there's some good yucks from Rocco.
Yes.
You guys act surprised, like, oh, you're finding it something funny.
Yes. Okay, Leah says dead fish is the worst one. Toothpaste is pretty good though.
That's what Dylan says. He doesn't mind the toothpaste either. He's like, oh, it's pretty good.
Well, isn't it just like mint?
Yeah, I guess. I haven't tried that one.
Oh my. Oh my.
I mean, they have to tell kids not to swallow toothpaste, and they're doing the flavors because they don't try to make toothpaste be nasty. Dead fish, on the other hand, no, that's nasty.
Do you think they just put something that smells like it on it? Just it's just regular gelatin, and it just
but
has.
as soon as you take a bite of it, you get this awful taste in your mouth, and you spit it out, and it still stays with you for a day or two.
Yeah,
I mean,
you've had dates like that, Rocco.
Well, dead fish, yeah. Who hasn't?
They may have taken the objects and done like a chemical analysis and then tried to recreate it. I don't know. I don't know how they come up with those flavors. For someone for next week, redo the research and find out how they come up with the flavors for those bamboo beans.
There's flavor labs. Absolutely. Yeah.
But who went to them and said, we want you to come up with dead fish? I think they're probably used to like pistachio or banana.
Well, there were some nerds in the flavor lab who said, I bet you we can make something that smells like dead fish.
I mean, John Waters, the scratch and sniff card.
Yeah.
Right. And then there were, seven or nine horrible. Well, some, they weren't all horrible, but some were, or you thought you were going to smell shit, and then they put a flower in front. You go, oh.
I have a reproduction of the scratch and sniff card from.
Oh my God, they reproduced that? That's sad.
They did. Well, I mean, they had a showing of it at some point.
Let's call it a reissue.
A reissue of the movie, and they came out with the card again to go along with the movie, so you could sit there and scratch it while you were.
It's a great gimmick.
It is. It was fun.
Yeah, it's television.
Got to have a gimmick.
Yeah. Oh.
Amber, have you been watching RuPaul's Drag Race at all? Nope, I haven't watched it since the last All-Star show.
Is there a new season, or is it just the
New
international?
season, it's some special celebrity or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
I can only watch that so many times. Unless they're best neighbor live, and I just love it. Oh, someone's cracking up a cold one.
Rocco in the background.
What do you think it is? Let's guess what Rocco's drinking.
Metamucil.
I can't see it. right?
Sierra
Fresh
Mist.
Sierra Mist.
Oh, can I have a Sierra Mist, please?
I'm sorry. Let's keep it to Fresca.
That's I think that's Lutheran 7-Up.
Oh my goodness.
Mm.
Mm. All right, so you guys bring up a topic. Someone bring up a topic.
Favorite
Let-
cheese for 100.
Favorite what?
Favorite cheeses for 100.
Jesus Christ.
Cabot.
Blue cheese, Gruyere.
Swiss.
I love a good Jarlsberg.
Velveeta.
Oh,
Is that a cheese?
it's
I
a
don't
whiz.
know, but it's good.
It's a cheese whiz.
Cheese whiz.
Cheese whiz.
When you got
Burger.
oh,
Oh, that's
Actually,
it.
this
that was it.
Cabot place
Swiss.
up in Vermont.
Yep, Cabot. Yeah, I've been to the Cabot factory.
I've been there because that's right near my friend's farm, Ray.
Who's been
Anyway,
a guest on Amber Live?
yes,
Yeah.
they have the horseradish cheddar or whatever.
No.
It's so good.
Well, they used to have the garlic cheddar, but they stopped doing that. But I really like the garlic cheddar,
That
especially
sounds good.
make a grilled cheese sandwich on with the garlic cheddar.
Or something.
That was very
Amber,
good.
just take a slice of cheese and put the clove of garlic on it and eat it. And I know you do it.
It was still good. It was. I enjoyed it.
My
Here,
father, growing up, and I think he still eats it. In the refrigerated case, there are these red blocks of cheese. They're square, and it's called something like Yato Ski Queen. And when you open it up, it's this brown cheese on the inside, and it is the nastiest stuff. And he always loved it, and I'm just like, ugh.
Is that Scandinavian?
I think so. Yeah,
Sounds like it. They have some odd things.
yeah.
Well, here in Newfoundland, we have exclusive flavors of crushed soda, pineapple, and birch beer. Would you try those? Crush.
Yes, I would.
Did you drink crush sodas growing up?
I like I used to love the grape.
Great, especially making a purple cow. Those
I
were
only
good.
drink the diet stuff, and they only have orange crush in diet, so I don't have the grape. And now they got little flavors too. It looks so good.
Orange was a little too tangy or something for me. I don't know. It's just
It's good, but I want the grape.
yeah. But put the grape on ice cream. Make a purple cow. That was good. That was. And what other did they have other flavors? I only remember orange and grape crush.
Well, obviously they got pineapple and birch beer.
I bet you birch beer would be good.
Yeah,
Pineapple, I don't know.
I
I
can
might,
go
I
with
might have
that.
to put some vodka in that. Which, by the way, October 4th is National Vodka Day. And so we'll be celebrating that. It's next Tuesday, I believe. Yes, next Tuesday. We might still be celebrating it on Wednesday for Amber Chat too.
Vodka, you have to extend it for 24 hours.
And then there's Vodka Day Eve on Monday. Then you exchange vodka bottles on.
It's old family tradition.
Yes. A lime crush.
Instead of Boxing Day, the next day is Hair of the Dog Day.
Yeah, I think in America there was only orange and grape
I
crush.
think you're right.
Yeah.
I don't remember another flavor.
No.
So here's that cheese I was talking about.
Oh, it's a
Ski Queen.
ski. That means something completely different.
It's spelled. Its Scandinavian name is spelled GJETOST.
So it says creamy caramel. What's the word underneath that? Creamy caramel. What?
I don't know. Cheese, I think.
That narrowed it down.
Look at that. Look at that box. Look at that box. Notice the Q on there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
well, this
Uh-huh.
it's been like that for like 50 years, I
Well, it
think.
takes a while for these kooks to catch up on things.
Maybe that's where the messages have been coming from.
That's right, from cheese.
Maybe.
Cheese.
Yes. Leah
Yes.
says there's Lime Crush too.
Yes.
Yes. Today. How about a good root beer?
Rocco, are you awake there? Rocco, that Sierra Mist do you in or what?
Yes.
We're keeping him up apparently.
I'm just...
Taking care of some business.
Oh,
So, yeah. Are you putting out a hit on somebody?
Maybe.
All right, guys. Well, it's time to head out now, but this Sunday show is going to be great. It's going to be a very special Amber Live.
It's
Where we
going to be a
look
good
at
one.
all the targeted events that the drag performers and people have been at, whether it be a drag brunch or a drag show or drag queen story hour. And we've got someone from Illinois, someone from Memphis, Tennessee, someone from New York City, and Emoji Nightmare right here from Vermont telling her story as well. So it's going to be pretty interesting.
And
I hope the Proud Boys surround me while I'm doing the show. You know, so if there's 10 of them, at least one of them might be lonely. So bring them on.
Are you going to make him proud, Amber?
I'm a proud boy too. Chuck. Ah, shoot. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a
Thank
good
you,
evening.
everyone. Have a good night.